Alright, we are here for the test drive. Again, this is a setup that a lot of people can do versus going for the original Type R configuration. Type R blocks are still going for about $3 grand. Swaps are going for about $3 grand. For the cost-efficient builder who's looking to get started or elevate his current platform, you know, and some time and a willingness to do the work yourself, you know, you can make it happen. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive either. We're just going to give a brief go. One difference, or the main difference over this setup in regards to the stock Integra setup, is the addition of VTEC. Also, this is a JDM B18C bottom end. It has higher compression pistons, about 11.5 to 1. The bottom end overall has a better ride stroke ratio. Can unlike the LS, which was designed to go to about 7.5, this motor can spin happily to about 9 grand. I don't think I'm going to be doing that on this run. I got a couple of odds and ends to button up, namely an oil change and some belt changes before I go wailing on it. But who knows? I might say fuck it. And here we go. We're just going to go ahead and get a little taste of it and get some insight. I don't recommend anybody go doing this. I got to do a disclaimer. You hear that crossover? One thing, crossover in the VTEC. Gotta break free, let this shit stretch a little bit. We got a Camaro right there, we might get one in. Oh, we got it. Check that out. All day, baby. Oh, we're going clean over 7.5. That's my shit overfilled. Got a little dip in here I gotta slow down for.
So that shit smoking on the inside.
Yeah, I know. I gotta burn off the excess. That's why I didn't want to do this shit. Alright, stop the vid until we get started on that. Second pass going back. One thing about this, one characteristic of this motor over the stock one is that most of the power is situated higher in the top of the rev band. By top of the rev band, usually anything over 5,000 RPMs with VTEC engages up into the max RPMs, which is usually, and this configuration can go to about 9, but I usually shift at 85, 88. So, you know, as you can see, I'm building up to it now. I can downshift and get us up there faster. setup. You want to get back from point A to point B with some pep. It's not a bad thing to do to your LS. With your current LS, or if you got a Civic, you know, put this motor in there. Wouldn't be half bad at all. Not really. Good for some burnouts too. Oh shit! I actually put this on video. I've got a website for this shit. So yeah. I keep forgetting that I'm actually reporting. Again, this motor has the 3 characteristics that you want of any car that you're putting together. It's reliable, performs, and believe it or not, it gets decent gas mileage. Who fucking knew? Part of my scrape, ladies and gentlemen, I'm lowered. First drive, Tec-TV. Yeah. So there we have it. Breakdown. First drive. We're gonna close it out. Realistically, if this swap was to be attempted on your base model Integra or your base model Civic, you have to understand that between the two, one involves simply upgrading what's already there. The other involves swapping over components that don't normally come with the car. In your 90 Integra, if you're able to source the individual parts separately, you can, or you know, if you got a little bit more money to play with, you could actually assemble this on your own. But for those who like the information purposes, a B18C JDM Type R, just the long block alone, can be obtained from anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500, sometimes $2 grand, depending on, you know, if there is anything done to it outside of stock. But it's a pretty pricey setup. If it's going into this particular year, you have to understand you can use your current LS configuration cable trans. However, you will see an appreciable gain in acceleration and mid-range performance using a transmission configuration with shorter gear setup. B16, GSR are 2 favorites. LSD would be recommended for traction issues. Push down considerably more torque than a stock motor does, so you will run into wheel spin issues without the proper tire or trans configuration. The addition of a VTEC head can cost anywhere between $300 to $600, depending on the head and set internals. And with this bottom end and any VTEC head, there's no need for LS VTEC kit. Like if you were building an LS VTEC, which is a stock configuration bottom end with a B16 head attached to it, with modifications and adaptations to make the motor run. As far as bolt-on performance, this would be the more cost-effective route. And you have OEM reliability, and you have OEM efficiency. You know, this motor was specially balanced for VTEC use versus the LS, which isn't. A lot of problems occur from doing a stock LS VTEC setup is that you're using a bottom end that was never intended to be VTEC in your VTEC in it. Non-VTEC motors don't have the harmonic balance.